OKB just took a massive chunk of its token supply and destroyed it forever. They have permanently locked the vault on creating new coins. OKX, a major crypto exchange, created OKB to serve as a utility token. It acts as a digital tool, providing its holders with trading perks and lower fees when using the exchange's services. When OKB first launched, it was built as a guest on the Ethereum network, functioning like many other standard tokens in the ecosystem. A token that only offers discounts is limited by the popularity of those specific perks. Because it exists purely as a coupon on someone else's network, its demand is capped by how many people want that specific discount on that specific day. Think of the Ethereum network like a massive global interstate highway. It connects everywhere, but because millions use it at once, it becomes gridlocked, making trips slow and expensive. To solve this, OKX built a high-speed express lane right alongside that congested interstate. In the crypto world, this type of specialized lane is called a Layer 2 network. OKX calls theirs X layer, and it allows for much faster and cheaper transactions than the main highway. OKB went through a great migration, moving its home base from the crowded Ethereum highway directly onto this new X layer. OKB now serves as the foundational currency of its own dedicated superhighway, rather than just being a passenger on someone else's road. Using a fast-track lane in the real world usually requires a toll or fuel. Crypto networks work the same way, charging a small fee for every action, which they call gas. On X layer, OKB is that fuel. To move funds or use an app on this network, you must spend OKB to pay the toll. This creates a direct link between the network's popularity and the token. As more people use the X layer highway, the total amount of fuel required by those drivers increases. Changing from an optional discount into a mandatory requirement for the network changes the core nature of why someone would want to hold the token. This mandatory use becomes even more significant when you consider the supply destruction we mentioned earlier. OKX set a permanent, unbreakable ceiling on the supply. There are exactly 21 million OKB tokens, and there will never be a single one more. Unlike traditional currencies where central banks can print more money and lower the value of what you own, no new OKB can ever enter circulation. This creates an environment where the supply is frozen in place, while the need for the token as network fuel has the potential to grow. While many market factors influence price, the combination of a hard supply limit and a mandatory use case creates a very specific economic pressure. If X layer attracts more traffic, a growing number of users will be competing for a supply of tokens that can never expand. Looking at the current market, OKB is trading near $85 today. That is quite a distance from its peak. In August of last year, the price reached as high as $257. Many traders are watching the $100 level. It represents a significant psychological hurdle that the token needs to clear to show it is regaining its strength. There is also a major business factor to consider: the possibility of OKX pursuing an initial public offering, or IPO, on the US stock market. If the company goes public, investors might choose to buy traditional stock in the company rather than the crypto token. This could cause the token's success to decouple from the exchange's performance, leaving its value to depend entirely on the X layer network. You can currently find OKB on major exchanges like OKX and Binance, or through Uniswap, which is a peer-to-peer marketplace where users trade directly with one another without a central middleman. Holding OKB is a bet on the growth of the X layer network. This is not financial advice, but if you want to keep up with the latest in crypto, make sure to like and subscribe for more daily breakdowns.